You're listening to the Small Business Talk podcast with Cathy Smith. Episode 38.
Small Business Talk is a podcast for business owners and entrepreneurs who want a better way to run their businesses without spending years doing it the hard way. Small Business Talk is hosted by Cathy Smith, who has run the same marketing agency for more than 17 years and helped hundreds of business owners achieve their marketing goals.
Hey, I'm so glad you could join us. Are you wasting your brilliance chasing somebody else's dream? We're constantly bombarded with advertising messages that say we should look like this, or we should look like that, or act like this, or have these qualifications, or not those qualifications, and the list goes on. Have you ever or have you recently stopped and thought about what you really want in your business or life? Attitude is the little thing that makes a big difference, Winston Churchill said, and it's so true today. If you don't like what you're doing, how can you have a great attitude? We've all met the Debbie Downers and wondered why they were in business at all. Over the last 5 to 10 years, business has really changed. And if you're not adjusting your ways, then you might be left behind, or even go out of business. Kodak and BlockBuster are two prime examples of this. Both these companies were booming. They were very well established. However, they didn't look forward. The ironic thing is that BlockBuster was even given the chance to buy Netflix in 2013, and they passed on it, only to be put out of business by them years later on. What lesson can we learn as business owners from this? The lesson here is to be prepared for change and back yourself. There has been a lot of talk recently about Simon Sinek's book, Know Your Why. If you don't know why you're in business, really why you're in business, then when things get tough, and they will, it will get even tougher to move forward. And don't say you're in business to make money. Because yes, of course you need to be in business to make money. But what is your greater purpose? If you have a mission or a vision statement, it's probably time to go back and have a look at them and see if they're still relevant to your business today. Look for your choices. Pick the best one and then go with it, Pat Riley said. Back yourself. Be you. Be authentically you. As Marie Forleo says, this world needs the gift that only you can give. However, only if you are being you. Now you have reassessed your why, go out there and do it. Whatever you are passionate about. If you are not passionate about your current business, then why not? Do you love your business? Think deeply. Can you change the things slightly so that you fall back in love with your business? Pauline Bright does a great episode on this, which was our very first episode of Small Business Talk. So episode 1, have a listen to that if you haven't already. Can you delegate out some of the jobs that are dragging you down? We often do tasks and jobs that are not in our skill set. We really should be delegating these out. Esther Anderson did a great episode about outsourcing, which is episode 27. You might find you already have someone on your team, or you can engage a part-time contractor to do that task. Years ago, I was not invoicing my clients properly. I spent hours and days and sometimes even weeks working to build beautiful websites that the customers really loved. Yet when it came to invoicing them, I would choke and procrastinate. But you can't live on thin air. The solution was to get a bookkeeper. A bookkeeper was the first task I delegated. She does the invoices, she chases the payments if necessary, and follows up on supplier charges. As you can imagine, that has made a huge difference to my business. If you are thinking about hiring an employee, listen to episode 9 of the Small Business Talk with Joe Alelovich, who is a HR lawyer and has some great tips and also some suggestions on how to avoid the pitfalls that you might find if it's the first time round. Are you qualified enough? That is something that we hear all the time. Now, unless you're trying to be a surgeon or a lawyer, then you probably are qualified enough. Obviously, those kind of qualifications, you do need to go through the education system and get a proper qualification. However, for most of us, if you genuinely feel that you can help the person with their problem and that your solution is right for them, then do it. As long as you have your customer's best interest in heart and it's not just a money-making exercise, then go for it. Now, I'm not saying don't make money. No, not at all. If you don't make money, then you will be very limited on who you can help. Charge for your services and charge well. Think about it as a value exchange. You are saving your customers time and often money by working with you, so get paid appropriately. Then you will be able to feed your family and pay other people to help you with the tasks that you don't want to do and the jobs that are not in your wheelhouse. It is silly to spend hours doing something ourselves just to save $1 when we can pay someone else to do it faster, better, and often in the long term cheaper. The time that you are saving by getting somebody else to do it, you can use to help more customers or spend that time with your family or just have a little bit of me time. Yes, that is really important too. I need to do one more course before ... No, you don't. Chances are that you've already done plenty of courses. You have the knowledge, you just need to implement it. Yes, it will be imperfect. Yes, you may fall down. However, how can you improve it if you have not started? We would never tell a toddler not to try to walk because she will fall down. And guess what? Most of the time when she does fall flat on her bottom, her nappy or her diaper breaks her fall. The only thing she hurts is her pride, but she gets back up again. And you will be no different, so give it a go. J.K. Rowling has kept going, and so can you. Follow your own dream and live your brilliance. We spend far too much time working in and on our businesses not to enjoy it. Next week, I'm talking to a bookkeeper who gives us lessons on how watching our invoicing and expenses can really save or make us money. Plus, she makes it fun. Yes, seriously, she does. Same time next week, come and take a listen. See you then. Don't forget to subscribe to Small Business Talk podcast and head on over to smallbusinestalk.com.au/downloads for all the show notes and links to this episode. Remember, to be great, you must start. Pick one tip from today's episode, take action and implement it. Let's meet again next week at the same time and place. Until then, take action. And SBT community, enjoy your journey.